What is white rage, General Milley? I insist and hope other officers insist you explain your comment. What intelligence did you base this deduction on that the Capitol riot was due to this phenomenon? I smell bullshit, but I await your answer. That was my response to General Milley's absurd testimony to Congress, where he insisted in an arrogant, faux, I'm offended huff that critical race theory on senior leader reading lists for their subordinates was so they could learn about the white rage that caused the January 6th riots. Of course, there's zero evidence there was any racial motivation behind January 6th. And no, you leftists out there, don't throw up the picture of the one individual carrying a Confederate battle flag in the Capitol as evidence. Those folks show up at everything, even your events. See Bernie Bros. Quite a few folks had responses to Milley also. Here's what Hillbilly Elegy author and Ohio Senate candidate J.D. Vance said, quote, I'd like for the general to read a lot less about white rage, and I would like him to read a lot more about how not to lose a war, because that's the job he's failing at, and that's the job we pay him for, close quote. Of course, thousands of leftists, including woke mill Twitter, decided they would deride me and others for being disrespectful to General Milley and how dare we question him, etc. As you can see, there was not the slightest disrespect in my or JD's tweet. But I guess frank feedback isn't allowed by the wimp lefties these days. More importantly on this issue, from my friend, Air Force veteran Wayne Dupree, we're losing our military, people. This is how all great empires collapse from within. Just look at Athens and Rome. Meanwhile, China's on the rise, and we're focused on genders and Dr. Seuss books. Our government wants to pump communist critical race theory into our kids' minds, and the Chinese are getting stronger and more aggressive every minute of every day. We have generals and military leaders who are more worried about flying a gay pride flag than standing up to our enemies. This is why we insist the general answer the question, what intelligence do you base your comments on? If you have it, show it to the American people. We not only demand to see it, we have a right to see it, because we are also responsible for our own defense if there are bands of marauding white supremacists in a rage roaming our land. On the other hand, we're already armed and ready because of the bands of Black Lives Matter and antifa terrorists already marauding and roaming the land. You know, the extremist problem you, General Milley, and the rest of the unelected government refuse to recognize.